Jeff Streeter, Assistant Product Manager for Bontrager Wheels. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to properly set up your TLR mountain wheels. The TLR mountain system consists of a TLR compatible wheel, TLR compatible tire, TLR rim strip, TLR valve, and TLR sealant. The tools you'll need are an inflation device such as a floor pump or CO2 cartridge, plastic tire lever, valve core removal tool, and a plastic syringe commonly found at hardware stores. The first step is to install the TLR strip onto the rim. To do this, line up the valve hole with the valve hole on the strip. Mountain bike systems use an offset spoke bed, so it's important to match the shape of the strip to the shape of the rim. Now you can install the valve stem into the rim. First, you take off the end cap, and then the nut, and then insert into the valve hole. It's important to note the flat sides of the valve stem as they should run parallel to the rim. Install the nut back onto the valve stem. Finger tight is good, you don't want to use tools. From there, you can install the rest of the rim strip. It's easiest to work both sides at the same time, stretching it around the rim. There's a little stretch, so it'll snap into place once you're on the other side. And then working back towards the valve stem, just make sure and pressing in with your fingers that the strip is fully seated into the rim. And that's it. That's how you install the rim strip and valve stem. Now that we have the strip installed, we can install the tire. With TLR systems, it's easier if you start opposite the valve stem and work your way around. Ending near the valve stem. TLR systems and tires are a little bit tighter, so they may require the use of a plastic tire lever to get the beads in. For the opposite side, again, start with the side opposite of the valve stem. Work your way around. Ending at the valve stem. Now that we have it installed, we can seat the tire. There's a few ways you can do this. You can use a floor pump, a CO2 cartridge, or if you have one available, an air compressor. I'm going to demonstrate first using a floor pump. For a quicker option to seat the tire, you can also use a CO2 cartridge, which I'll demonstrate. So now that we have the tires seated and inflated, what we'll do is take a look around the rim surface and the bead area to make sure that it's uniform all the way around and make sure that the tire is in fact fully seated. We'll do that on both sides. Looks like we're pretty good here. So right now, then we're ready to go. Now that we have the tire seated, we need to add sealant to make it truly tubeless. There's a few steps involved with this. First, we need to remove the valve core. Second, we need to add sealant. And thirdly, we need to reinflate the tire. First, we need to remove the valve core. To do this, you use the small valve core removable tool and unscrew the valve. Now we'll add the sealant. What I'm going to show you is with a small syringe. You can find this at most hardware stores, and it fits nicely into the valve. So I'll just put that in there like that. Now we'll add the sealant. Be sure to shake it for 30 to 60 seconds or so. Make sure that all the particles that settle on the bottom are well mixed in the solution. For this 29-inch tire, I'm going to add about 30 milliliters. You can see as I squeeze the tire now, I'm creating bubbles in a vacuum inside the tire. That vacuum is sucking the solution into the tire, making for a fairly mess-free installation. You can pull the syringe out, install the valve core again, using my valve core tool again to make sure that's nice and tight. Now we're ready to reinflate. There we go. So now I've got the tire reinflated to my desired pressure. I'm just going to close the valve stem here. And then it works best if you shake the tire a little bit. What this does is help spread the sealant all over the inside of the tire. You can roll it. You can sometimes hear the sealant splashing around inside. That's good. It means you're covering all areas of the tire. There we go. That's one way to add sealant to your TLR mounting system. Another method to add sealant to your TLR mounting system is to use this small bottle. First, we'll want to remove the valve core with the small valve core removal tool. Flip over the tire so the valve stem is at the top of the wheel. Shake the bottle of sealant to make sure that your particles are well mixed for about 30 to 60 seconds. Put the tip of the bottle in. Rotate so it's at the bottom. It is a vacuum inside there, so you may have to squeeze it a few times and let the air out of the bottle. For this 29-inch wheel, we'll want to use the full 59 milliliter bottle. If the bottle's empty, you can reinstall the valve core. Use the small tool to make sure it's nice and tight so you don't lose air. Now we'll reinflate the tire. Now that we have the tire inflated, what we'll do is just spin the wheel around a little bit, make sure that the sealant is covering all parts of the inside of the tire, give it some spin, shake it. You'll probably be able to hear the sealant splashing around inside. That's normal. It's a good thing. It means that the sealant's catching every part of that tire, making it nice and airtight. Maybe give it another spin. And there you have it, adding sealant to your TLR mounting system. As for maintenance, we recommend inspecting your TLR systems every 3 to 6 months and adding additional sealant as necessary. And that wraps up our TLR mounting installation.